Hello and welcome back to Drunken Book Club. I'm your crying child who wishes he wasn't here, Christopher the Rupel, with...
The horrors of removing an IUD yourself, Sam.
What? I'm Pickle Brandon. Because I got a pickle beer.
Oh my gosh. I am slightly scarred and require therapy, Noelia.
I don't need therapy because I'm a male.
Yes!
And on this episode of Drunken Book Club, we are... I don't know if Brandon read the short story, did you?
I didn't get time to read the
It's
short story.
A-okay.
Okay.
It's DBC shorts. I decided to choose...
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it's DBC shorts. It's DBZ, yeah.
Oh,
Not DBC, DBZ.
Yeah.
But Drunken Book Club shorts, where we are either we or me reads a short story. I will go ahead and it's going to be kind of the same, similar kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Not premise. But what is the word I'm Format. Thank you. As a Drunken Book Club, but there's going to be a lot more questions that I'm going to be asking the crew based around the topic itself. And me and Sam read the short story, The Boogeyman by Stephen King. Has anyone, I don't know if anyone's a fan of Stephen King in the room?
I have not read a single Stephen King.
I've seen...
What about Stephen R. King, which...
Or is that a different person?
that is, it's, what's it called? So I just re-got Amazon Prime, and was like, oh, you know what might be fun? Let's see what books are free that I can read. And I was just like, let's look up Stephen King. And like, there was a couple Stephen King books, but then there were like a bunch of Stephen R. King. And I'm just like, oh, this guy's just banking on having the same fucking name.
Oh,
That's
hail
great.
Stephen King!
It's probably like a pen name,
I'm
and they're
lesbian.
just doing it to trick people.
Probably.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We should...
Get sales.
Ooh.
J.K.R.R. Rowling.
L.R.
I don't want that. I was gonna say R.L. Stein. Oh no, I.R.L. Stein. I real like Stein.
J.R. Tolkien.
J.K. Tolkien.
Oh
But,
my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just immediately thought of the South Park episode.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's one of these year episodes about Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
How they really thought, or Stan really thought his name was Token, as in the Token Black kid. And the episode, the parents like, why would we name our son Token? His name is Tolkien. And the entire episode was like, for even me, I was like, oh, I'm the asshole.
It's me, I'm the racist.
Yes, I'm the problem. I said.
But no, is anyone actually a fan of Stephen King, whether it's the movies or even his writing itself?
The movies I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
I never read a lot of his stuff, because I feel like even if I did, my parents would. I don't think they would care, but at the same time, it's like, if I told them what I'm reading, they'd be like, oh, you're not reading that anymore.
He's the it guy, right?
Yeah, he's the one who did it.
He's the it girl.
Yeah, he's the it.
I've seen like pretty much every adaptation I can get.
Yeah,
my hands
yeah.
on.
Same.
Especially like,
sure.
did you see that HBO show?
Which
Pretty
one?
Good. I forgot what it's called, but it's good.
What is the show about?
He did a show?
It's about like a cave.
The
Or is it the one with the doppelganger? I don't know, but they're both good.
It's the one with the show, with the
the
plot
thing,
and the thing that happens,
the thing.
and the haunted lamb.
But, so on this episode, I decided to pair this book with a monster, a hard monster, the Beast Unleashed Mean and Green. It's an alcoholic monster beverage. Sam, what'd you pair this episode with?
I am doing Angry Orchard Sinful Apple.
And I'm pairing it with dill pickled flavored beer, which apparently tastes exactly like a sour pickle.
It does. Crack it open. Try it. I want. We've had amazing.
You know what's
reaction.
You know what's funny? You drink pickle juice to fight hangovers.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I've never had a hangover with it.
I got some on my wrist and I licked it, and it's just salt. Hold on.
Big swig. Oh my god!
Brandon has the best reaction.
Oh god, it's just salt.
No, check
It's
this.
pickle juice.
It's just drinking salt. What's the salt content on this?
That's the thing.
Oh, it doesn't say. It has a government warning though.
Yeah,
Well,
because
because it's not FDA, it's alcohol, tobacco, firearm.
and alcohol, tobacco, fire doesn't require. to let you know how much salt.
Wait, firearms don't have to put the nutritional information?
No.
on there?
No, just how many.
To be fair,
people
they
you
do
kill in
burn-
one round.
Yeah,
They do
so many
technically burn a
bullets.
lot more calories than they create.
Firearms?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. You lose a lot of weight. Yeah. Okay, wait. I don't know if I can.
Like, I guess this is something that. Oh.
Why do you keep drinking? I will finish it. I told you it tastes like
No.
a pickle.
I got it. I got it.
You just want something to drink.
It's so.
Do you want me to get you some
I
water?
kind of want to
No,
taste
no,
it.
no, no, no,
Yo,
no,
so
no.
you have to let Weiss try
I
it.
can't. I'm driving.
Just a sip.
No. It's just
we're
like
doing
a,
two
Okay, I'll do
episodes.
a
Just a
touch.
sip.
We're not like gonna like
it
make
tastes
you.
like it tastes like salt.
Wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I got,
You have to take just a sip. Just a
We're not
sip.
gonna make
You'll
you,
be
like-
okay.
I just want
Just there's some on the
Okay.
lip of it.
Yeah, have that. Yeah, just have the lip.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
gonna like
just,
make
just
you.
sip the
Okay.
lip.
It's just salt.
Oh, that is just salt.
It literally
It's
tastes like.
pickle juice. It's pickle brine.
That is just salt. I taste nothing else.
So you know what that makes me think of, honestly?
What?
Gatorade?
Like I used
wait,
to.
Oh.
Somehow I had some friend that fucking sent me onto this keto fucking thing, and they were like crazy keto people. Like I made a bologna and cream cheese cake, and that was
Cake.
Fuck.
food. That was things they ate, like not just.
I made that this morning, but that was just because I was lazy. Not.
No, but it was like a layer. It was like a big
It is.
thick cake, not just like here's some cream cheese, roll up
I didn't
bologna.
even drink how much. I didn't even do a lot like he did. I don't like that. It's
And-
like in my mouth still.
But you're not going for another
Some
taste.
people would
No,
just
it's
like
not.
drink
Mm-mm.
straight pickle
It
juice.
is-
It's pickle juice. Okay,
It is literally this. Like,
I drink
imagine
pickle
you
juice.
open a can of pickle juice and
Yeah.
drink it.
Yeah, I like pickle juice, so it was actually the perfect beer for me. I love the taste of pickle juice.
But people would be like, I drank all this pickle juice. It's so delicious. And I'm like, I feel like you guys need help.
Okay, I can drink pickle juice on its own, honestly.
But
That is literally pickle juice.
You could put this in like one of those emergency desert kits for dehydration.
No,
No.
it's alcohol.
No.
it's alcohol.
Yeah.
It'll dehydrate you more.
Just kidding.
But with that, no, it was just weird. Especially because considering it was just like 90% just bacon. Like, weirdly high fat stuff. Like, grossly high
Granny
fat.
keeps
Yeah.
drinking it. I'm like, dude, I will finish it. I love it.
No. I gotta commit.
Commit
Commit
to
to the bit.
Commit to the bit.
Commit to the
And,
bit.
and we see Noelia. What are you pre-gaming on there?
Ecto
Cooler.
Cooler.
Homemade Ecto Cooler.
Homemade.
Yeah.
It has everything but the
Tangerine.
tangerine juice because we did not have tangerine juice.
Brought to you by Ripple.
Was
Yep.
I wrong? I thought there was supposed to be a Capri Sun in there.
No. You're thinking of a different drink I've made in the past.
Ah.
You're thinking of the Benicula. That was
Right.
what's it called? Listen to the Benicula episode. It's on that one.
Well, it seems like we all have pretty monstrous drinks.
Concoctions, yes, for the Boogeyman, and I guess I'll do the synopsis of the plot. As always, if you have notes, jokes, or any comments, interrupt me as you please. Since this is a short story, it shouldn't be too long. The story takes place in the office of Dr. Harper, a psychiatrist, where a man named Lester Billings talks to the doctor about the murders of his 3 young children, describing the events of the past several years. His first 2 children died mysteriously of apparently unrelated causes, diagnosed as crib death and convulsions respectively,
Oh my gosh.
when left alone in their bedrooms. The only commonalities were that the children cried, Boogeyman.
Wait,
Before...
is this a kid's book?
No.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Wait.
I'm sorry, I'm
What
just
part of the
used
crib
to-
death thing were you like, okay,
We
is
just
this a kid's book?
I
We
bet
read
there
so
is a
much.
kid's book. There is a young adult book with crib death, I bet.
Mommy,
Really?
why isn't the baby moving?
It was giving goosebumps, okay?
John-
There is a quantum abortion in Goosebumps, apparently. So.
Yes.
Johnny learns about SIDS.
No. No.
Oh yeah, the children cry Boogeyman before being left alone and the closet door ajar after discovering their corpses, even though Billings is certain the door was shut.
Damn.
But it was ajar. How can a door be ajar?
Ah.
Waka waka!
That's actually one of my favorite jokes.
I like that joke as well. Thank you.
You and your dad jokes.
Approximately a year after their second child's death, Billings' wife Rita became pregnant with their son Andy and subsequently moved to a different neighborhood far from the old one. A year passes without incident, with Andy sleeping in the master bedroom and with Billings and Rita. Billings believes that the monster eventually tracked his family down intruded the house and slithering around at night. Not long after, Rita leaves to take care of her ill mother, leaving Billings and Andy alone. Feeling the malevolent presence growing bolder in his wife's absence, Billings began to panic and decided to move Andy to a separate bedroom, knowing that the monster would go for him. That night, Andy cried Boogeyman, while being put to bed, and an hour later was attacked and killed by the Boogeyman.
Oh my gosh.
Billings, upon seeing the creature throttling Andy, fled to a local 24-hour diner.
Oh my gosh.
He later returned home at dawn, called the police, and discovered Andy's corpse on the floor, with the closet door ajar. It's a door, though!
Wait, he saw his son being throttled, he left and he came back?
He was so terrified of the monster. That's the thing.
What do you mean throttled? I just imagine like a fucking
shaking?
motorbike.
Don't shake the baby.
Yeah, haven't you ever played a Babysitting Mama?
Don't shake the baby.
Don't shake the baby. No.
No, don't shake the baby. Joey had that game and I love shaking the baby.
There's you know Cooking Mama?
Yes.
There's a spin-off game called Babysitting Mama.
Yeah.
Where it came with a plush baby that you'd stick the Wiimote into, and you'd have to like rock it, but if you shook it, it'd go, no, don't shake the baby.
And it would actually pause the screen, like it would do a full like
stop.
Stop. Like, you know, like if your batteries are low in a video game, it would do that kind of screen of like, no shaking the baby.
Oh my goodness. Was this an official like
this
Nintendo
was official
thing?
Nintendo game.
Oh
actually,
my goodness.
I mean, yeah, it's official Nintendo, but Nintendo didn't make Cooking Mama though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was Natsume?
I think so. No, I don't think it's Natsume. I think it's a
They
different.
told you not to shake
I thought
the
it was
baby.
Hal. Is it Hal?
I mean, someone. We all have our phones. We can look it up. Anyone can look this up while I
I
continue.
guess I just thought
I'm just getting
Nintendo
really
made
warm,
all
so.
their games.
Billings convinced the police that Andy had attempted to climb out of his crib during the night and broken his neck. As Billings finishes his story and starts to leave, Dr. Harper recommends making future appointments with the nurse. Finding the nurse absent, Billings returns to Harper's office and finds it empty, with the closet door ajar. The Boogeyman emerges from the closet, casting off its disguise as Dr. Harper.
Whoa.
The end.
What?
Yeah, it's actually a really good story, and it's actually being made into a movie, and that's why we're doing this episode this week.
Oh my
So-
You just spoiled the movie?
Yeah, sorry guys.
Spoiler!
So the developer is actually Cooking Mama Limited. And the publisher is Majesco in North
Jessica,
America.
Okay.
Was that the company that was mining Bitcoin with the the Cooking Mama game?
What?
Okay, that was. I don't think that was true. They
I think it was fake, but it's funny to say.
Yeah, that was like, oh my
That
god.
sounds
There was like a
familiar.
theory that one of the Cooking Mama games was.
It was like the one on the Switch.
But
Oh yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna be honest though, the plot of this one sounds a little plain.
Yeah.
There is like the twist.
Yeah.
But
For what it's worth, this is only an 11-page story.
Let's say it's a
yeah.
short story,
There's only so much
either
you can do with
Yeah.
that. But I can see it being
published
written really well.
published in a what's it called? I believe Playboy.
A quick editor's note. The Boogeyman was actually in a different men's magazine called The Cavalier. But yeah, still a men's magazine nonetheless. Okay, bye.
What?
That was a funny noise that we've made. I'm sorry.
People want to be scared and horny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do you think there are monster fuckers?
So there are actually people that used to read Playboy for the articles, like legitimate.
I legitimately have read Playboy for the articles because there are decent articles in it.
I did not know they had articles.
Yeah, I didn't know they had like
Yes,
short
I
stories
watch
and
hentai
stuff.
for the plot.
I thought that it was.
I mean, there are also
pictures.
people that just read it for the articles too. Like,
This is
let's be
different though.
real.
This is like watching a hentai and then pausing, and then there's like a short story in the middle of it.
and there's like a whole like
Because the
deep
thing
thought.
is,
not
it's,
just-
the whole entire Playboy isn't just nudies. It is. I mean, they can't just fill up a magazine. I mean, they could.
It was a gentleman's.
A magazine. Yeah, it's a gentleman's magazine. So
It's gotta have a little
they fill it with
intelligence.
actual like articles, scientific articles, and stuff like that, and also short stories by famous authors.
The solution.
I actually
to
don't know if
World Hunger.
Boogeyman was. I'd have to double check if it was Playboy, but it was. I know he has been published in Playboy though.
But yeah, like some people did read it for the articles, but there were also people that would read it for the quote unquote read it for the articles.
So wait, did Stephen King do this regularly?
Yeah, regularly, especially before he was first printed in Carrie.
I think
his first printed book, Carrie.
H.P. Lovecraft did something similar, but it wasn't like Playboy. It was like
it was just like some like
I mean, that was way
KKK
before
fucking-
Playboy.
Oh my
Yeah,
I mean, no,
goodness.
that was just a common thing. Is like a lot of people, when they wanted to have their short stories published, they sent it to magazines.
So
I just wanted to make
please-
the joke of him being a horrible racist.
Oh, yeah.
'cause
Oh,
But yeah, I
taking
mean,
the piss out of Lovecraft is
there's
fine.
there's a lot of like, I mean, even Twilight Zone magazine published short stories, including Stephen King as well.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Please tell me that he submitted this short story to Playboy, and it's like this bar of text with a sexy girl in the background is kind of transparent with the letters. So you can kind of see.
No, but on the cover it would have technically it would be like a story by Stephen King with like a beautiful woman on the cover kind of
So,
thing.
Oh
that-
my goodness.
so that's close enough.
Yeah.
A boogeyman in a bikini.
Yeah. Ooh, get me some of that.
Okay, so what's the chances? Let's just start submitting stories to Playboy.
I don't know if they accept stories anymore unless you're like actually big. Truth
Yeah.
be told.
They're now big enough that
That's
like
okay. We're
you go to
Stephen
other
King.
horny places. And
Yeah,
just
you go to the
submit
Hustler.
random-
There you go.
Yeah.
You go to Maxim for that. You know, go
just
for
go to, like-
softcore stories for Maxim.
So there's one place I actually really like in the sense of like some of their art's really good.
Yeah.
The problem is there's too much plot per porn. It sounds horrible.
Plot
Like-
per porn. I need this specific amount.
The
or I
PPP
am
ratio?
out.
Well, like the problem.
What the fuck?
Well, like the
The plot
problem.
per porn ratio.
The PPP.
Like the problem is it's like it's got some really good stories, but in the way of porn, I'm like, when are we gonna get to the fireworks factory? It's like actually good stories, but I'm like, I can't get off to this.
All right, guys. Do you want to hear the random references that were in this book?
Sure.
In no particular order or any context: Mickey Mouse, Huckleberry Hound, Pepsi, Junior Mints, Tales from the Crypt, Graham Inglis, The Mets,
What the Sorry.
Spock,
Spock.
Frankenstein, Wolfman, and the Mummy.
Okay, monsters
wait.
make sense.
Were these like brand tie-ins, or were they just like?
They were in
He
the
just
book.
had-
They were in the story.
They were just like, my kid
I-
was watching Huckleberry Hound.
I mean, sometimes
Incorrect, actually.
Okay, couldn't
I will
remember.
give context. He wanted to get his kid a nightlight, and he was like, why didn't I get him a Mickey Mouse one or a Huckleberry Hound one?
There we
Was
go.
it-
Who is Huckleberry Hound?
He is a very gay character.
Is he?
It's okay. It's very old.
Were
Dude,
those
it's
all-
way before our
Way
times.
before
Oh,
our
it's
time,
way
yeah.
before our times.
There's no way that you would know. It's not like it's
That's,
like
that's
a-
Huckleberry Hound.
Yeah.
Oh, him!
Yeah, that guy.
I know
That guy.
him.
You've probably seen him in Jellystone.
So like sometimes when they use literary references like that, it makes it feel more real because it's like, oh yeah, that's like a thing that exists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if that does that sell in book form though.
yeah. It's
I
been.
mean, oh my god, Animorphs is filled to the brim with that shit. And
they'll be like, he had a Timex watch, and you're like,
the
wow.
longest list I've ever done for that, because I barely started doing it recently, was like Babysitter's Club, which was like a
yeah.
paragraph length of branded stuff.
Oh, no.
Thanks.
You can stop drinking it. It's
No,
okay.
I'm almost done.
Oh my gosh, how much did you drink? Oh my goodness, there's only a third left.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's
guys.
very
It's
salty.
a commitment now.
It's a commitment. I gotta finish it. You know.
Alright,
I
so
got- he's got it.
I got some questions to ask.
Alright.
This will be part of the kind of the DBC shorts. Is this only took almost 20 minutes of us just talking and doing this stuff.
Yeah.
So I have some questions for you all. That you can either be like, I'll pass on answering this, or if you have a legit answer, I'd like to hear it. And I'll of course answer this myself. Did you ever believe in the Boogeyman?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't.
That's a big yes for me. It came in the form of the kukui.
I was just about to ask that.
The
Or
kukui.
as our Spanish invaders called it, el coco.
Oh, really?
Yes, I actually did a lot of research this week about this topic.
You know, I used to be very scared as a child, so I would say I definitely believed in something like that, but I don't think I ever.
but it
called
wasn't
the
a
Boogeyman.
specific boogeyman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
had a boogeyman, but I was definitely like one of those like what's in the closet.
Yeah, what's
that shadow's
under the bed?
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
that
mean,
noise?
I don't think that's a used to then, because I'm still irrationally afraid of the dark and things that in it.
I'm still afraid of the dark as well. The theater has definitely made it easier for me to not be afraid of the dark because I have to be in the dark in the booth area.
You are
But
the boogeyman.
I definitely have scared people up in the booth area, purposefully and accidentally as well.
Customers?
More than likely.
my
I stick my face inside the window and go, hoo.
You know what? That's fair. So my thing with like being afraid of the dark is it's also the context.
Oh, for sure.
Like sometimes I think I hear like a door opening and I'm like in bed and and like Chris isn't supposed to be home for like another few hours, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I've
like,
never had
do I
that
need to-
before.
But luckily it's like the next door neighbor or just like something else that's unrelated.
I
Or
feel
it's the
that.
fucking neighbors outside just talking for 15 like fucking hours outside, and that's
Alright, so I'm gonna
Night.
sound like a psychopath. But I actually tried to get over this fear specifically.
Okay.
When nobody was home, I would go out into the dark, turn off all the lights, and I'd be like, I know you're over there. And I would try to talk to whatever.
That's not psychopathic.
no, that's not actually.
You know what I mean?
That is conquering your fear. That is
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
legit.
no.
That's not
And actually,
psychopathic about
it was fine.
Yeah.
I'm not actually scared of the dark at all.
What I'm
good.
afraid of. Sorry, you gonna keep going?
No.
Okay.
No, Brandon's done with his psychopathicness.
This wasn't the glow stick incident.
If you want to hear about that, join our Patreon at for $1, and I'll eventually post that episode.
Oh man, the glow stick story's behind a paywall? Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
sorry.
It's $1.
It's $1 a month. $1 a month, by the way.
You were saying, Weiss?
I'm just more afraid of I'm afraid of the dark because of my own imagination.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't
fair.
know. My mind just immediately starts thinking like, there's something behind you, or like there's a little spider in there or something that's gonna just jump out and scare the hell out of you. Like
Oh, I hate
everything, just my mind always
Spider
just plays
never.
these. For me,
So-
yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like that in that same way,
Yeah.
but it's usually not at home. Because like at home, I kind of know things a little
Yeah,
bit more. Like
exactly.
I'm used to this.
Yeah.
Whereas
Oh my
like
god,
if
I
I'm
have to-
house
sorry,
sitting,
can I just interrupt real quick? Yesterday night, I wasn't drunk or anything, but whenever I fall asleep for like maybe like a few minutes, and before I like actually need to go to sleep, I have to pee all of a sudden. So I always get up and like, find the bathroom. I got lost. And okay, you guys have been in the apartment. You
It's
know
not big.
It is not big between our bedroom and the bathroom.
so what you
I legitimately could not find the light switch, and it was like legitimately freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god, where's the light switch?" And I finally found the
I
wall.
think I heard you doing like the scrambling of like the.
Yeah, I was legit. Am I in like a fucking like fucked up world or something? Like I legit was freaking out
You
last
went to
night.
the back rooms.
But-
Like I was standing inside the bathroom.
Oh.
That's the thing.
Where am I?
Because the thing is, whenever I do this, I know exactly how many steps it takes, and like I can find the light switch immediately.
Well, because it's literally like.
But I
just-
took one too many steps, so I was literally like in front of the toilet trying to find the
You know what?
switch
I've
instead
done
of,
that
like, done
before. I've had that where I've
But
been
I was
looking at stuff and I'm like,
legitimately like freaking the
Done
fuck
that?
out because
No.
I'm like, I've never done this before.
Now Chris did legit get switched into the back rooms. I need to switch back real quick.
Here's the thing though. If you held me at gunpoint and asked me where all the light switches in my house are, I would not be able to tell you.
Oh, there's only one I can never find when I need to find it. It's the hallway one.
yeah, the
I
hallway
can
one is the one that would
never-
fuck me up. Like if they're like, you need to get all of them right. I can be like, there's this one, this one, this one.
It-
Where's
it's
the
'cause,
hallway
like,
one?
We had that.
You go in auto mode,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But like, I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
But my brain does, somehow.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, Sam. Sorry for interrupting.
Sam was talking about
Okay.
house sitting.
So house
I
sitting.
thought that was that worth interrupting, Sam?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, everybody. I have been vilified, and it's okay. We can interrupt Sam
No.
as long as the story's good.
No. No.
Love you.
Anyways, love you too. So, in house sitting though, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I was
And-
actually just about to say the same thing.
And honestly, like, sometimes it's easy because it's like you can hear the dogs when they're like doing the click, 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 click. Or like specific cat noises. My favorite is this one house I house sit for where they have 2 dogs and 2 cats. Dogs will bark at random times, but again, they just do that for everything.
Yeah.
The cats, there's one like baby kit. There's like a kitten, and then there's like the 11-year-old cat.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell when the
You can say the sweet one and the bitch.
when the sweet one gets too close to the bitch, you can hear, like, you just hear,
Aww.
and she'll
Yeah.
just do that just because she's and the cat's not really scared. She'll just she'll annoy the cat.
Oh my goodness.
She'll annoy the bitch, and then the bitch
Territory.
does her thing.
Honestly, I feel like cats have a lot of potential to be really scary just because they're so quiet usually, and if they bump into something at night,
Oh yeah.
that's gonna freak
yeah.
me out.
That's why they're always the fake out jump scare.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
That
It's
makes
true.
sense.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Um,
Because they're supposed to be the ones that are so, they can see in the dark. That's why they're able to, expand their freaking what am I?
their pupils.
Pupils, so they can
Yeah.
take in more light.
So somebody put sorry, just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Somebody put, okay, you make an apex predator with eye slits to be all like cool and mysterious, but imagine when they get excited about something, they look like fucking dumbasses, and it shows the cat with the pupils dilated and them just like poo brain face, like the.
All right, are you guys
I
ready?
will say, the last time I was scared of the dark, it was house sitting for somebody in this room. I was house sitting for Noelia.
I was gonna say, I've never been house sat.
But
Not true, actually.
the dogs would go off on things at random times of the night, and I'd be like, "What is that?"
Oh, like
What is that?
Or
Or like walking in the desert at night is so scary because it's just like a
Why
vast
would you
emptiness.
do that?
I feel like that's more.
It was fun.
It's fun, but it's scary.
There's a whole episode of why you don't do that because me, Juan, and Dylan experienced something in the middle of the night in the middle of the
$1 on
desert.
Okay,
Patreon, you can learn about this. It's on Spooking of Witch, episode 1. It is a great story. It is literally that story made me afraid. I had to turn on all the lights in my house. 'Cause I was actually at my mom's place at that time when we recorded that one. After we recorded, I started editing immediately, and I was just like, no, I need the lights on. Like, I don't, like I usually would just have like maybe one light on, but like for some reason I think I kept them off because we had them off already. And like after they left, I was like, oh, I feel fine. And like I just waited for my mom to come home because she works late night sometimes. And I was just like, oh my god, what's going on? What was that noise?
Sorry, hitting your mom.
Hanzo? And then I just turned on like all the kitchen lights. And my mom was like, why are all the lights on? I was like, I was scared. And she's like, you haven't been afraid of the dark in a while.
Like doing that or putting goofy music on.
I've never done goofy music.
You can't die to goofy music. Serial
Yes,
killers
you absolutely
cannot.
can. It's called Insidious. Tiptoe Through the Tulips. They use that.
Didn't they do a different thing for... I know there's another one. Fucking Us. Us had that with, like, not goofy music, but, like, kind of funny music to... Fuck the Police.
Oh, yeah, they used Fuck the Police.
yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a funny scene.
So when
I'm just saying, like, music will not save...
Tim Heidecker.
I was gonna say Tim Heidecker. Yeah, is that when he died?
Yeah, that is when he
Yeah,
dies.
because he's like, call the Fuck the police.
Yeah. Alright, next question, guys. What scared you as a kid? Did you guys ever have just a singular fear, or did you have a multitude of fears?
Ooh.
I was scared of many things as a child.
Yes.
And even as an adult.
You guys know my fear of heavy metal from Junkland Jam.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That dude's terrifying.
I was honestly scared of the original Sims 1 Grim Reaper.
Aww.
I was like, I can be brave and play this, and then I saw it on the box and it gave me nightmares.
Oh. In the
Now, Sam.
Freddy Fish series, there's this mobster character called the Squid Father. And he's a squid. And I'm scared of cephalopods. And I was scared of him.
Is that where the tentacle fear came?
I don't know. I've been afraid of
It all
octopi
goes
for
back
so
to Freddy
long.
Fish. Holy fuck.
Fucking Freddy Fish, you fuck.
Scarring us children.
I think I know where I got my fear of spiders from.
Oh?
Oh.
So, I
The
remember
movie
they had...
Arachnophobia starring Jeff Goldblum.
You know
No.
what's funny? I watched
Jeff
the movie
Goldblum.
and never was afraid of spiders.
I'm not
sorry.
saying it's such a great movie, though.
That wasn't good enough story to interrupt me, Weiss.
I apologize.
She has to hit you with my bass guitar. It's very
Okay.
heavy, sorry.
But... So... I remember there was a thing in elementary school, and it wasn't arachnophobia.
Yeah.
It was one of those, like, home safety videos. Like, the don't turn on the stove and just leave it on kind of shit. It was like, things like black widows can be hiding anywhere, and it goes into a fucking shoe.
Oh.
And they're like, and they can be hiding anywhere, and I'm like...
Okay, that's fair. That's a good... That's
Yeah, that's a good
fucking
reason.
reasonable.
And I'm
'Cause
like-
we could have that same fear right now because sometimes outside of our apartment, there's a black widow that likes to live outside our apartment, which I spray every fucking year.
Oh my goodness.
I had a science teacher who he said that he had an emergency one night that he heard his neighbor screaming, and so he went over to go help, and she was like running out. Unfortunately, she was in her underwear because she was sleeping, and when she went to go check the bed was full of black widows.
What
Oh.
the actual?
Had just hatched apparently.
Oh,
And after
Jesus.
that, I am sorry, I'm feeling it too. After that, I did not like any spider things whatsoever in any
Fair.
media and or stories.
Oh, that's valid.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
See,
But
I don't really have any, I know it makes me sound like I'm so brave. I'm like, oh, yeah, I've never been afraid of anything. But no, I don't remember being scared
Like a
of anything as a
specific thing?
kid. I remember having like random like moments where I was like, "Oh, can we change the channel? This is freaking me out." Like when what's it called, my oldest brother was watching Child's Play, it was freaking me the fuck out. I was like, change it.
Chucky is
and like what's it called, he would, and then he'd flip right back and scare me some more.
Because it's your older brother and he's an ass.
I guess if anything, it is kind of just dolls in general.
Yeah,
because,
you always get freaked out at Goodwill.
Yeah,
when we are savers.
I don't like baby dolls.
Well, especially the naked ones that are just like laying there weirdly.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. I don't like babies in general. Like babies kind of creep me out as well.
That's valid.
It's worse.
As someone who has taken care of babies, valid.
Yeah. I don't like.
I take offense. I used to be a baby.
Oh, baby!
I'm just imagining if Noah and I had a kid, we're just like, hey, Chris, our baby, Chris, we did like smack.
Can I clarify? It's white babies that freak me out.
So you're saying?
Why?
All right, it's gotta be in the middle. It's gotta be in the middle.
It's gotta be in the middle. Sorry, but no, like. I don't know, like, it's white babies that have always freaked me out, like...
I mean, honestly,
maybe I see more white babies than I do other babies, and I'm okay
white
with
babies look weirder. I don't know why, but they do.
I feel like there's, like, some kind of conditioning that happened, though, because if you think about any, like, baby doll that's been haunted in media, it's always white baby.
It doesn't freak me out, though. That's the thing. I've seen Annabelle. I've seen The Boy, which actually isn't about a haunted doll, but does have a doll in it.
Oh, The Boy 2 is so good.
I still need to see it. Is it really bad?
I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Okay, I will watch it. I've been
Watch
meaning
it, it's good.
I'm really excited because I love the first one because it was so bad. But like dolls in media don't really creep me out or anything.
Not Chucky?
Like Chucky as an adult, I actually love the Child's Play movies. I love them to death, and like it doesn't freak me out at all. And like I just feel unsettled near dolls now. Like that's the thing; they just make me feel unsettled. Maybe it's because they're still, and maybe I saw a baby that was stillborn in like one of my previous lives, and it just makes me feel unsettled because that's kind of like one of my beliefs is like whatever your greatest fear is what killed you in your past lives.
Did I have like the fucking plague then? Because I have that fear of like, especially in skin, but also like lotus pods and stuff. I hate because of the repetitive holes, groups of holes of shit. Like, will make me claw my skin. Like,
so gross.
Yeah.
No, the worst part is if you Google tryptophobia, because somebody was like, if you have tryptophobia, and I'm like, do I have Yes, I do have tryptophobia.
Yes.
Because it will just show, and it's also like the grossest pictures they can find.
I'm gonna say anybody that doesn't have it is a freak.
I
guess I'm a freak.
One thing I want to do is shout out
to
I can't remember his name right now. He's a TikToker that does all the animal videos.
Coyote Ugly.
The one guy that would be like, hey, check this thing out, body.
The lemon tree guy?
I think so. He's always wearing a hat. He's always wearing a hat.
Coyote? Isn't it Coyote?
Is
it really?
No, I think it's a different guy.
Yes, that guy.
Okay.
I love TikTok sometimes, but there are sometimes where somebody posts like a spider video, and it's just a spider without a warning.
It'll just be,
he's the only person to be like, arachnophobia warning if you don't want to watch it. Oh, thank you. And I'm like, yep, floop, floop, floop.
Thank you for telling me.
I find spiders adorable. So
I like spiders as well.
It depends on. I feel like I'm better with like tarantulas. I'm fine with because tarantulas don't give a fuck. Like they're one of those where they just walk away.
If they're not fat and fuzzy, they're spooky.
It's also like honestly the tiny jumping spiders are I've kind of grown to like them.
Yeah,
Black widows I will still shit myself on. If they're shiny, I get a little scared.
If they're shiny, you need to catch them because they're more what's it called?
That
more
reminds
rare.
me of a story. When I was like probably 12 or something, I remember I was in my front yard and I was leaning down to pick up something, and in the bush was a huge spider with a spider web, and I stuck my face in it. And I could see this little ball of like black of the little spider as I like whipped my head around because I wanted to get it
Why
off.
is this like a fucking Smiling Friends segment?
Wait, the way you told the
But I'm
story,
not
did you
afraid
do
of
it on
them.
purpose?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was freaking out.
Fair enough.
Wait, I didn't say my childhood.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do not touch me right now.
Let's
I'm
go
sorry.
on.
Do not
Ooh, aliens, dude. Okay, I'll walk back.
Specifically, gray aliens.
Grays freak me out too.
Yeah.
My brother liked what's it called? X-Files, and it freaked me the fuck out.
I think that's where it came from. Honestly,
X-Files freaked me the fuck out as a kid.
Also, there was an episode of like those like unsolved mysteries where they.
With the alien ones, those freaked me out as well.
Yeah. There was a specific episode where somebody stuck a box of sand in their closet. and they went to sleep, and then the next day they
the
woke
cat
up.
shit in it, sorry.
And then the cat shit in it, but he also was addicted and molested.
No, but there was like footprints from the gray aliens in the sand, and I was like, oh.
No, so
That's
sorry,
creepy.
what I was laughing at was not the fear, but the, like, I can't remember which TV show it was, but it was one of those, like, Finding the Supernatural.
Yeah.
And it was the one where it was, like, the guy just sitting out in the desert, like, waiting to be abducted.
Oh, that was the one I showed you of Skinwalker Ranch. Oh my god, that episode is so fucking
And
funny.
Skinwalker Ranch is so funny.
And he's
Oh
just
my
standing
God.
out there, and
There's-
he's like...
He's all like, "Hey man, you gonna fuck with me or what?"
Yeah, and he's just sitting out there.
And like they would like I want to say it was Ghost Hunters. It was one of the ghost shows.
Oh, the Hey
Yeah.
Demons, it's your boy.
Yeah, no, not that one, not that one.
See, I like
Those are
BuzzFeed
good.
because those are fun,
The
especially because
BuzzFeed Unsolved is great, but no, it's like a legit serious one. And like they took like a fucking like cardboard cutout of like an alien and like did this, like they moved it throughout like a fucking idiot thing.
Oh, can I tell you my favorite? Like, because it was talking about, I think, like Tombstone haunted stuff,
Go ahead.
and it was this ghost. It was supposed to be a ghost, but it looked like this, like, just grandma that they put in a bunch of powdered makeup in a white dress, and she's just standing there, and we're like, "This is supposed to be scary."
There were actually
Grandma.
I remember. I'm sorry to like do another story, but when we
Oh, go
went
ahead.
to
How
that,
dare you?
How dare you make an
it's-
entertaining story?
It's not Tombstone. It's the one like downtown near Gulf and stuff. It's like the little western town.
Oh, you mean fucking Pinnacle Peak?
Yes, thank you.
Pinnacle
Pinnacle
Yeah,
Peak. Yes. I remember we did the haunted house
During Halloween
during
time.
during Halloween
I never
time.
did that.
Yeah, they did
Yeah.
that. And that was
It was nice. They had a traffic light system in case you wanted a less spooky mode.
yeah.
I feel like they didn't acknowledge that with you, though, because you were
Probably.
terrified out of your
Yeah,
brains.
dude. No, it was kind of cool. So everything was dark. You
Yeah,
could
yeah.
not see a thing. There's no lighting. There's no spooky lighting. They would just do things and make you guys sit in one spot. So that way you weren't like moving around and you couldn't like dodge or anything
Okay.
like that.
Oh no,
So
I could see things, and I very deliberately looked around for actors.
Beautiful.
yeah.
All right, next question, guys. What's scarier, Boogeyman under the bed or in the closet?
Ooh, closet.
Under
Okay.
the bed.
I'm with the bed as well.
I'm bed.
Bed is proximity, but I feel like because of that alien story, maybe the closet.
See, all I
Fair
can
enough, fair enough.
all I can think of is like if the demon comes out and smacks your ass, what you do, and they're like, "How hot is the demon?"
See, the only reason I was never afraid of the closet thing is Sam can vouch for this because she's seen my where I grew up in my second house. I don't have a closet. And as a child, I also didn't really... I always had a closet door that was open. That's the thing.
Yeah, and that was mine too, of like the closet door, and also my closet was like, it's about the same size as the one we have in our bedroom.
Yeah.
But it didn't even open as much.
Mhm.
Actually, I think it's smaller. I think it's smaller than what I had.
Okay.
I have
Depends on
something
the closet.
similar.
Because my closet right now is brighter than my actual room.
Really?
It's
Oh,
my
yeah.
office, yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just put a bunch of lights in there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not going to be that scary, whereas
Yeah.
the bed... Well, and I remember I wasn't scared because of the boogeyman,
Mhm.
but I remember when I had MRSA, and my mom was like, it's because of a spider bite.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, it's a camel spider. And camel spiders are like
Yo.
this
And
big.
they don't actually live in Arizona.
Yeah, they don't live in
No,
Arizona.
no. I had camel spiders one
Were
time.
they child of Earth?
They were tiny. They were
Oh.
really tiny.
But yeah, no, they were like, everything they showed was like a foot big. So I was terrified of that being under my fucking bed for like, and I was 18.
We're not in Australia, man.
Well, and like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a spider bite, it was MRSA.
Which I would say is scarier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, in
Yeah.
some ways scarier, but at least there's not a giant spider under my bed.
No,
Yeah.
I always. Oh, go ahead.
What were you saying?
Oh, I have a similar thing with Chris, though. It's probably why I find the closet scarier, is I slept on the floor.
Really?
We stacked a mattress on another mattress, and that's how we slept.
I did that for a long while as well, so technically I had no fear.
Ooh.
Banning
in
you
my-
were the fear.
Banning Simpsons porn.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
slept
all
on the
one fear.
floor in the desert where
It's
there's all
not
kinds
the
of critters?
Floor. I just didn't have, like, bedposts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's so many critters over there. There's like scorpions
Honestly, like,
and stuff. So scary.
Yeah, that's how we slept. Or you get a box spring with
Also,
the
I had a
mattress on
bunk
top.
bed when I was like in my first childhood.
I did have
I had a
that.
bunk bed, so it was like the only thing I had to fear was peeing on my brother because I was the top bunk.
Yeah,
Suckers.
no, I don't. I'm bed screws me over because
Because
I
you're
always-
afraid of peeing on the
I was
demon. I
afraid
get
of
it.
always stepping down and something grabbing the leg.
Fair
Yeah, no, that's...
I did not like my
I
legs
did-
being grabbed whatsoever.
I actually did write a short story based on this, and I think it was the monster under the bed as well.
Oh my goodness.
And also what makes it worse, I never sleep with my hand over
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah, no.
She knows this because I immediately like no, like don't put my hand over.
Baby, cover my feet. I don't want the demons grabbing my toesies.
Back in Richie, in my elementary school, we had like the older kids who were like 3 years older than us, like tell us scary stories.
Oh yeah, that's every fucking.
And then one of them actually had a legit scary story and it was about her being at home and that they had a dog that would lick her fingers while she was like over the bed. And
no! This is a fake story. But
is it a fake story? Yeah.
Okay, keep going. But I can tell you what it is.
Yeah, but it was like about like her dad like calling her to get out of bed, and then she realized there was nothing there, and of course it was like a demon or something like that.
So that is a mixture of a couple different stories.
Yeah.
Is it the pool one? I've had a pool one.
Not a pool one. No, it is a mixture of the murder under the bed where they killed. Like, they turned off the lights, and what's it called? They were like, someone must be inside the house, but the dog isn't barking. And, like, they put their hand underneath the bed, and they'd feel the dog licking. And they're like, okay, I'm fine. And then when they woke up, they found that the dog, they were like, you should have gotten up, because they wrote it in the dog's blood.
Shoot!
Yeah.
That's
there's a couple different versions of it, but yeah.
Oh, that makes it more worse.
Yes. But yeah, she definitely took parts of a different one.
Then that's what it probably was.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty. Final question. Has anyone ever had a recurring childhood nightmare?
Getting eaten by heavy metal from Chunkland Jam in church.
My recurring nightmare...
In church.
I've talked about this before, but like when I was little, when I was like 2 years old, I got into a near fatal car accident.
Oh, snap.
And even to this day, I still sometimes have this nightmare.
Do you remember what happened?
I actually do very vividly. I remember it was on 22nd and I believe Swan was where the car crash happened.
There's a very good Asian store on that street.
Yeah, there is!
It was, what's it called? It was where it used to be where the boot barn was. It's now, okay, where's the intersection where Native Grill is?
Native Grill is...
Alvernon and Speedway.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's that one. Because there used to be a boot barn right there, and I remember vividly looking over and seeing that boot barn right there, and then, bam, that crash happening, and I kept on having a recurring nightmare of that same car crash, and either my mom changing into a different kind of monster, depending what my fear of the week was. There was Chucky, there was the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt, and so many others. And if I ever have, like...
Was it always your mom?
It was my mom who would change,
goodness.
It would just be the car accident.
Yeah. I don't think I had really reoccurring nightmares as a kid, honestly.
I always had one.
Well, aren't we special not dreaming about heavy metal?
I don't dream in general.
I always had one of getting lost in a big place. Like, it would be a store or, like, a school. Or
that's scary.
I always had, like, the missing something. Like, running late or missing...
That's something that I have
also,
as an adult.
a lot of naked. Like,
never had a naked dream.
I had one where I went to the school naked.
Never had it.
I've had teeth falling out dreams.
Oh,
There wasn't, like,
that.
a nightmare, but I did have a reoccurring infinite bathroom in all of my dreams.
So are you peeing constantly? Or like, can you explain infinite bathroom?
It was the same location of this bathroom that just had infinite stalls, and it was just infinitely long.
I'm just saying.
Can I pull up some of my
sounds
weird...
really good.
Yeah.
It's like a backrooms type of thing.
Also, Sam, we don't have
but
time for that.
It was a bathroom.
That sounds like one of the nightmares I had, but it was McDonald's playgrounds. Infinite McDonald's playgrounds, tubes.
That just sounds like a true nightmare because of all the piss.
There is a turd in that ball
vomit,
pit.
and shit.
There's an actual
and
movie about a woman that's crawling through like a hole that's pretty much like that. It's like an infinite playground like that.
Oh my gosh, but it keeps like growing and you see your sibling but you can't get over to them for some reason. That would be part of the nightmare.
Scary.
I used to have this... I still had one actually recently. It's a really abstract nightmare, but it never felt good to like have it. It was like I was in this... Think of like the Matrix, you know, that area with where they show all the guns and stuff. Where it's just
the infinite room. Yeah,
infinite room. It was like an infinite room with a grid in it. It was gray, and there was always something like a giant boulder, rock, some type of shape. It's really abstract when I think about it. Like going around me and hitting me in certain places. It's weird, but I would wake up with like rocks in my throat. And that's what was the most nightmarish. It was like something was going on in that dream to make my body feel like
Rocco just shit in your throat.
No, but
It's just
I had
when they're
Rocco
all
as a
drunks
kid.
and shitting in your throat.
You've
Like-
had 5 dogs named Rocco. Your parents just will not admit
It was, just,
to.
it was just a weird dream that I'd always over and over, and I would wake up sweaty as hell, rocks in my stomach and my throat, and I just like would not know why I'd had that dream. It had no meaning, no nothing. It was just weird, abstract nightmare.
That's
All right.
interesting.
Yeah.
Terrifying, huh?
Yeah.
So how about some boogeymen from around the world? So almost every culture has their own form of a boogeyman because, for what it's worth, the boogeyman is literally just a story told to children to be like, hey, you better behave.
Stay in the fucking bed.
Wait, can we get a definition? Like, what is the boogeyman? What's
There is
the
no
defining feature?
true defining feature of
You
a
mean
boogeyman.
like a spooky thing that hides somewhere?
To
Is it
prevent
like-
kids from going out, like whether it's to prevent them from going into a forest or
Oh,
even
yeah.
going out of bed when they're
So I
supposed
guess-
to be in bed.
No,
The
like
defining feature is like kids, like taunting kids at night.
Pretty much. It's pretty much saying you need to stay in bed or don't go exploring by yourself kind of thing. I would say that's kind of the defining feature of a boogeyman. So here's a couple different ones.
Yeah.
Here is the cucuy,
Hey.
the Mexican classic. To this day, I still hear Hispanic parents threatening their kids with this creature.
I did too.
Among Mexican Americans, El Cucuy is portrayed as an evil monster that hides under children's beds at night and kidnaps or eats the child that does not obey his or her parents or go to sleep when it's time to do so.
I
Nothing
honestly-
like traumatizing your kids.
I honestly
Yep.
can say that La Llorona would be a certain
I was about
type
to say,
of boogie.
La Llorona
boogie
is
woman.
definitely I mean, you can say boogeyman. It's gender
Yeah,
neutral.
either
It's like
way.
fireman.
But
It's
the
okay.
true.
closet is outside.
Yeah,
Boogeyman and
Outside.
fireman are the same.
Boogie
yeah, because like
person.
the La Llorona is like if your kids are outside in the middle of the night and you hear someone
It's to
crying.
prevent kids to go into the wash.
Yeah, that too.
Because that was
too.
how I first heard it. Was like this kid was like in the wash. I heard her crying,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm never going into
Because
a wash.
she well, of course, like everyone knows the story. She drowned her children in the river.
Yeah,
So-
that it's funny. I actually I didn't put this one down, but there is also another one in, I believe it was South America or somewhere in Central America that wasn't named La Llorona, but it was something else. But it was the same exact story, surprisingly. But it was God who punished her by killing her.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, so it was a very Catholic based one.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Jesus,
that's
I'm a Catholic.
It's more Catholic than being punished by God.
Right.
Well, I definitely hear the cucuy more than
Yeah.
a lot of
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
parents.
go-to.
I mean, Cucuy's just a classic one, but La Llorona will always be that classic
I feel
boogeyman
like-
for us Mexicans.
I feel like La Llorona is very much much more of a ghost story than like the classic boogeyman in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can agree with both,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
Kukui is very
she,
abstract.
she is technically, she's been defined as a boogeyman in the Wikipedia page, but I find that boogeyman is just an all-around term for keeping kids in place, and
Yeah.
La Llorona is a great way to keep a kid in place.
Yeah.
Keep him inside.
You want a fucking drown kid?
Yeah.
You want to fucking drown?
I always thought of it as like don't be out all at night.
Yeah,
Like,
that too.
That's what we use. Yeah.
Alright, this one is called Buttsman. It is
Is it German?
It is German. It is German in origin.
Maybe
I love
Bootsman,
Germans.
but still.
It could be Bootsman,
Bootsman.
but I prefer Buttsman. 'cause
Beware the
it's-
buttsman.
It's just a guy with an ass on his
It's
face.
just Shin-Chan. It's just Shin-Chan.
It's just the thickest boogeyman.
Oh no, he's thick, and the clapping of his ass cheeks haunts these
Oh, we can run
halls.
away easy. Or if you're German in origin, you might want to go to it.
No, little German boy, don't go.
Do not go towards Buttsman Cave.
Oh my gosh, I cheeks clapping.
So, Germanic in origin, the Buttsman isn't a singular entity, but varies from region to region. It could be a gnome who watches over a waterfall, or even a ghost that hangs by a cliffside. I just really like the name, that's why I chose it.
The bootsman.
The Bootsman.
That's it. It just hangs
Of course,
by
it's a
cliffs.
fucking gnome.
No, little German boy, don't go into the waterfall.
Oh, man.
To answer Noelle, it just
out for
depends on
water.
kind of like area where you live, because it could be by cliffs or by waterfalls. It's the classic "don't go into the forest."
Whatever's the scarier thing.
Yeah.
In Albania, they have the one that I believe Sam will like, the booba, because she hates.
I fucking hate that. Because people will be like, they'll call titties boobas.
Yeah.
And you know what I think of?
The
I
boobas.
think of those fucking weird nipple
Yeah.
things.
That's what I was thinking of, too.
And I
yeah.
also think of this piece of shit animation.
No,
And it's not that the animation's bad, it's that these kids... This mom kept fucking playing it, and it's literally this little weird gremlin man going... like destroying something
I
and just
was-
like
I was
making
actually
fucking
scared
chaos.
that Sam was going to throw my candle.
I'm not gonna. It's my candle.
Oh, yeah,
I won
sorry,
this,
sorry.
but I'm not gonna throw it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't throw your candle at me.
But no,
on
it's
his
just like
podcast, okay.
him fucking
On
destroying
Reese's podcast
everything,
now.
and that's the joke. That's the whole fucking joke. And I had to sit through an hour of this bullshit.
No, you had
terrifying.
something about boobas?
Yeah, Boobas. That's like the rip-off Teletubbies, right?
Technically, it's from the same creator as Teletubbies.
Oh, what?
Oh, it's
This
the new
entire
generation.
time, I didn't know that. It was
Yeah.
just
No,
a new
this-
new
Why
season,
did
new Power
The
Rangers.
quality of the
This
work
fucker.
decreased.
This fucker.
Please describe this
What?
fucker, Sam.
It looks like the easiest thing I could describe is a hairy little man that is just 90% hair with these big, like, kind of
He is Whitey from
It looks
Eight
like-
Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Papa
no.
Smurf if Papa Smurf had body hair.
It's Papa Smurf mixed with Whitey from Eight Crazy Nights.
Yeah, no, just this whole fucking...
I can see it, yeah.
I hate it.
Oh.
I hate it. And whenever you say boobas, like, whenever
Okay,
you describe
but,
boobs as booba, I think of this fucker.
Can I please explain what the booba is?
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
before you get to that.
Yes.
Do you think that the Booba TV show has any relation to this?
Probably not, because it's from Albania. Well, I mean, Albanians probably do make cheap animation.
Did we steal Boobas from the Albanians?
No, this
We
one's from, like...
culturally appropriated Albanians.
That's from the I think it's like Norway or something, so they just called the Norwegians fucking
But,
culturally
also,
appropriated.
technically, it probably not, because I'm going to describe what the booba looks right now.
Alright.
Is a serpentine monster, so definitely does not look like
Yeah, no.
Oh, thank God.
that. Mothers would tell their children to be quiet, or the booba would get them. Booba, booba, booba.
I hate
In
that.
Quebec and French Canada, the boogeyman is called Bonhomme Sept Hires.
Damn.
The 7 o'clock man. I just
You
really like the
definitely
name.
practiced that, didn't you?
I actually did not. I did not.
Wow.
Sorry, I think the 7 o'clock man, like it's 7 o'clock, you better run.
That's why I chose it, because I really like the 7 o'clock man. But
It's just this guy shows up at your door.
But children are warned to go to bed by 7 o'clock, lest Mr. 7 o'clock will come to catch them.
Oh.
So I thought that was a really interesting, like...
7:05, the kid's like needs to take a shit and is like by the bathroom, like.
Shit's the bed.
Already in Malta, an island in the Mediterranean Sea, for those who don't know, now you know where Malta is, is the Kaka, spelled K-A...
What are you doing with these names, huh?
These are
I see a
not
pattern
real.
here.
What's
The Buttsman, the Booba, the Kaka.
It's Kaka or the Gaga.
Yeah?
It's just Lady Gaga, and she just comes in her meat dress.
It was a gray, slimy creature that roamed the streets at night. It could smell a person's guilt and enter their homes
Oh.
through cracks and fissures by extending and extracting its snail-like body. Once it was inside their rooms, it would flash them a ghastly grin with its huge, toothless mouth, scaring them witless.
I like this one. the
Damn,
best so
that
far.
one's actually creepy.
Yeah, that one. That's why I chose it. I thought it had a great name, but also it was actually kind of
Yeah,
creepy.
first I'm like, Kaka, and then I'm like, oh shit, I would
It's Kawkaw, just for you guys, so you know. It's not Caca,
So caw.
Yeah. or
like a crow.
but it's nothing like her. It's like a snail, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying though that spelling wise it's close, so it's like what a crow would say.
All right, this one is from Pakistan. The mama
Stop it with these names.
is a large.
You were playing tricks here.
Is a large ape-like creature that lives in the mountains and ventures forth to kidnap young girls.
Oh.
You,
Oh.
Hold up. He will carry them back to his cave where he licks their palms and the soles of their feet, which makes them permanently unable to flee.
What the fuck?
Bro.
That's why I chose that one.
Okay,
But
low key
then-
because of the culture, it's kind of messed up because it's
Yeah,
only for women.
Yeah,
For girls, only for girls.
what culture?
it's
Because-
Pakistani.
Yeah.
Pakistani.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Honestly, gotta be
But
careful.
he licks their soles and palms. Which I thought
Probably
was funny.
based off
Wait,
a
is
real
that
person.
is that Schneider? Is
I
that Dan
paid
Schneider?
that too.
That's the
Or Dan
And-
Schneider, sorry.
I did find one from Taiwan, but I could not find one from Laos, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I know of one from Thailand that my dad swears he saw it in Laos, so I don't know if it's shared.
Okay, do you want to
But-
say it before I say mine?
Yeah, I don't know the specifics of it, but it was like it's like a head that floats around with a spine.
So that is called, I know exactly what monster that is called. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember for the life of me. But that is a Bali monster, actually. That is a monster from Bali.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Southeast Asian one in general.
So that makes sense.
But it is a terrifying creature. There is a movie based around it actually that is actually pretty creepy. Because you're literally seeing this woman with fucking intestines floating around. It's a really creepy monster.
But my dad...
and what it does, it sucks the fetus out of pregnant women.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
Yes. As someone who loves cryptids and monsters...
Oh, I thought you were going to say as someone who loves oral.
Someone who loves eating babies out of women's pussies. I feel for this monster, and you shouldn't persecute her, damn it.
It's a women's right to choose to be
sucked off. Sorry, Brendan.
My dad said that he swears he saw one in Laos, though, when he was little.
It was probably two bats fucking.
For those interested in knowing what monster we're talking about the Krasue. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm probably wrong and just put on a terrible fake accent, and I apologize. But it is spelled Krasue. If you're interested, look it up. These monsters are crazy. Okay, bye-bye.
I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't know about the bats.
On what that looks like.
So, this one from Taiwan, among Minnan Taiwanese, the grandmother tiger, or as they call it, Huku Po. There's a bunch of accent marks.
Cool. I have no
don't
idea
know.
what that is.
Yeah,
I've
you don't
never
speak
heard of it.
Taiwanese.
Is a figure
imagine
used to
it's
scare
Taiwanese.
disobedient children. I just really like the name Grandmother Tiger. Yes.
Hey, wait, say it again? What does it do?
It is... It just... what's it
a
called? It
tiger.
just scares disobedient children.
Oh.
It's a grandmother.
Oh, so it's not
scary old
Well,
lady.
it's called Grandmother Tiger.
Scary old lady.
Yeah, scary old lady. It's just a scary old lady. It's kind of like Russians with Baba Yaga.
That's true.
Oh, it's probably real.
Alrighty, so actually I lied. There's one more question I have for you guys before we finish up this episode and I give my review of the story. Do you think an 11-page short story could make a movie?
Yes.
Yes, because it's very general. You have a lot of room for
For
making
expansion.
up stuff.
Yeah.
I
It
think that's
depends. I don't think it could be, like, adapted exactly.
You know, one to one.
Because then you get, like, the Hobbit situation.
Fair enough. I mean, that's only 11 pages.
Where,
though.
like, they just try to stretch it out, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like can we keep going?
Let's
Okay,
make a
okay.
trilogy out of this.
Or-
But if you, like, took the idea and expanded upon it, I think you could.
Fair enough. I completely agree.
I agree
Yeah.
with Brandon.
I think it landed a lot better than the other ones, like
Than the
these, like
11
Harry
Children
Potter,
of the Corn.
Oh my God.
Hunger Games, like where there's too much that they can't put in.
Yeah.
So
And-
my one thing, though, I will argue with some of those, is some of the stuff doesn't need to be in. Especially with, like, Harry Potter.
Just
She needed a
editorialize
fucking
the book.
editor.
Well, what about Lord of the Rings? I know you're talking about a character that was
Bombadil?
yes.
Oh, yeah, Tom Bombadil. Yeah, there's no reason to put Tom Bombadil in there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He can
to
be
keep it off.
replaced.
I thought it was...
He's
Pretty
fun.
important.
I mean, yeah, they do
Yeah,
get their swords
yes.
from him, technically, not from later on, how they explain that. But beyond getting their weapons...
I mean, it did work without him, so technically...
Yeah.
I get that.
I don't
Bombadil's
think...
just too weird for a mainstream audience.
I like how chill he was, though. But
He's just the stoner of the forest.
courageous.
He is very
He's
I
the
actually do
cool
love
guy.
Tom. I won't lie, I love Tom Bombadil, but I don't think he would fit into the movie.
Fair enough.
I think
fair
he
enough.
would, if it were an animated movie and they were trying to keep up with more of the jovialness of, like, the original story, I think it could do it. But for what they were trying to do with such an epic scale,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, true.
not.
That makes sense. I wouldn't know.
Especially upon rewatching the first two movies and still not being able to finish the third one.
They could have made an extra expanded edition with Tom Bombadil.
He just walks in the background, like, you notice him, like, eating a sandwich, and then he just, like, runs over.
No, he just
Did we
walks in the
release the entire
background like a
scenes for that
fucking...
scene?
He walks in the background like Brack's little brother in the Brack show and just farts and just keeps moving. That is a specific joke for Sam, I guess.
They do the HD remaster of it for that one scene.
Just
And then walks
away.
away.
CGM.
So I guess here's my review of the Boogeyman short story. Sam, I don't know if you have a review.
I don't have, like, a full written out review, but I can...
Do you want to give your score?
I would say it's probably, like, a 4 out of 5. It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Short, sweet, and to the point. The haunting images it stirs up create a terrifying atmosphere. I'm only removing half a star because of the unnecessary use of the N-word.
Yeah.
That is a Stephen King signature.
That is a Stephen King signature of the time.
Yeah, it was very weirdly, yeah.
4.5 piss-soaked pants out of 5.
Also, so the reason I put, like, the IUD thing is because he's talking to the therapist, and he's like, we said we weren't going to have any more kids, but she gets pregnant. And he's like, well, sometimes they just, like, get rejected. And he's like, or she took it out herself. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so that all comes around now.
Yeah, I originally had that in my random references, but I'm like, IUD really isn't technically like a
If they
reference.
said
It's not a pop
Mirena
culture
Yeah,
thing.
they
or
give-
Paragard,
Yeah, if they said a specific brand, I would have put it in.
but they didn't reference whether she was probably doing copper because it was like 50s-ish.
Yeah.
So copper would probably
60s.
Still probably copper.
60s, 70s.
See,
I don't know.
I don't know. So, like, I'm reviewing the thing that I haven't seen.
Of course, right,
But,
or
like,
the book you read.
I feel like horror does a little bit better with longer stuff. I do like short stories,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, sometimes it just doesn't give it enough time.
So,
Like, I'm basing this off of Junji Ito's, like, short
I
stories. Those are
prefer
always
Junji
usually-
Ito's shorts versus his long forms.
Really?
So-
I
I'm
think
the other way around.
he can't land an ending.
Yeah.
Uzumaki has a terrible ending.
No, Uzumaki had a great ending.
Terrible
I
ending.
loved it. I loved it.
And fucking Gyo definitely did not have a good ending.
No, I love Gyo's ending.
so
He can't land an ending.
So one thing I would argue, I've not read any of Junji Ito's stuff, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah.
But I like short stories partially because sometimes it's, to quote the pretentious jazz assholes, it's not the notes you play, it's the notes you don't play. And leaving those areas of unknown and leaving that space for you to fill in the blanks yourself. Versus,
Like, I won't lie. I mean, I find that I prefer short story horror because it gives you that just shot of adrenaline that you need. That just short, quick, let's get scared. Boom, you're there.
Yeah.
Versus having to read all this shit.
You know what? I completely take it back because, like, anthology horror shows are amazing.
Are amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking Tales from the Crypt.
Shows,
Fucking
What's
there's
the,
spooky stories to tell in the dark.
Scary Stories to Tell Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That movie was also bomb.
What's the new Guillermo del Toro
That was a
one?
good movie.
That was good.
Pinocchio.
There's a new. Oh, the new.
Guillermo del Toro made, like, a short stories
Did he?
of horror thingies.
Oh yeah, I think the guy that Rupert Grint is in there. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I was like,
Good.
oh,
Yeah, he's also in Knock at the Cabin.
I only know his Troll Hunters, which is fantastic.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I watched a bit. I like what I saw.
Sorry.
We should watch.
I just thought of the Mpreg.
Emperor
The what?
Greg.
There's so it kept
You-
going.
what?
The troll hunter show kept going, and at some point there's like aliens, and the alien falls in love with the kid, and then their home or race of aliens, the boy gets impregnated.
Just like Carl from Jimmy Neutron.
oh god, I hate that episode so much.
Where his
I-
ass got juicy.
oh god, I hate
So yeah,
that
it
one.
was like the human boy that got pregnant, not the alien
Was
woman.
it the fat one?
Yeah, no, it was actually like the what's his name? It was the blonde one that was like the jock.
Okay.
Yeah, you know which one I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, the bully.
Yeah.
Oh.
That turns out to be a good guy.
Emperor
dude.
Greg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got his redemption
I hate,
arc.
I hate this.
He became a father.
Alright, I think that's enough for this episode. After Impregs.
Oh god, yeah, sorry.
I love the name MP Gray.
Well, I can't take credit for that. That is taken from a specific piece of media.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that is Tolkien. Like,
that is actually a Tolkien
That's
You
character.
don't
actually-
remember Emperor Grey?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
he
Bob-
impreg
Tom
Tom
Tombadil.
Bombadil's best
Pete.
friend.
I'm all Greg.
Ugh.
But thank you for joining us this week on Drunken Book Club. If you like what you heard, make sure to like, subscribe wherever you're listening to us. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/drunkenbookclub. And it's only $1 a month. You get a bonus episode every week. You get my movie reviews when I do them. And you get my show notes and other stuff, which this episode definitely actually does have show notes that I can share with all you guys. So that'll be fun. $1 a month, patreon.com/speaking of which. And you can also follow us at twitter.com/dbc_pod.
You can find me on Twitter and occasionally Tumblr at Berserker Rose.
Brandon.
You can find me on Twitter at Eldritch Maid.
I retweeted his post.
Aw, thank you.
And I also retweeted his partner's post about the post.
Yeah.
About the post.
Wait, did you
Yes, but-
retweet both of them?
I did actually, which I was like, this
That's
feels
cute.
weird, but you know what? I thought it was nice of them.
Aw, thank
Because
you.
I saw their post before I saw your post.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't find me anywhere. I don't exist. I
you
am the ghost. I am the thing in the dark.
Oh,
She's the booger man.
The
She's just gonna be under our bed tonight.
She's
being
Grandma
like,
Tiger.
The Butts Man.
You can find me
That's me.
on YouTube and Instagram, Forced Left-Hander.
Drop the E on Hander.
Yup.
And I know exactly what song we're going out on this time around. We're going with the disco classic, I'm Your Boogeyman. That's who I am.
Thank you.
That's the one we gotta go on.
I
We
like
gotta
that
go on
song.
classic. Thank you for joining us, guys, and good night.
Whoop.